Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. For today's review, we're taking a look at the SH Figuarts Akaza from Demon Slayer. On the front, you see a picture of Akaza there. You can clearly see the figure, his accessories, and it has some cool, motifs for Demon Slayer on the front. On the side, you just get a picture of Akaza doing a kick. On the back, you get to look at all of his accessories, how flexible he is, and then some of his expressions down here, and then another pose of him right there. Then on the other side, you just get a picture of him down there in red, and then his name, Akaza. So let's get this guy open and take a closer look at how he is. All right, so getting in close here, this is the face he comes with out of the packaging. It's like a neutral, kind of gentle, smiling face. Like it looks like he's a friend, but he's definitely a villain. The paint or the decals on his body are very nicely applied, very clean. There's no type of like overspray, no missed spots, no gaps. Then on his face is the same way. Very nicely printed and a nice sculpt, even though it's a little soft. But I guess that's just the style they wanted to go for. And coming down to the arms, very nice. The blue does not go through on like the joints or anything like that, so keep that in mind. I feel like they could have done it, but I don't know, maybe they just thought they didn't want to. And then the vest here, which is my biggest sticking point, but you can see that they did actually end up putting the blue through there too. Then his tassels are nice. You can actually move these around, which is pretty cool. Back of the pants. The beads on his legs, they don't move, but they're a nice shiny plastic. And then his feet are actually painted really nicely. I was worried this would just be very sloppy, like the back in the day Naruto figures, but nope. And his toenails are painted nicely too, and on the bottom of the feet, nothing there. So aesthetic-wise, I think he looks pretty good. The only thing I hate is this vest. But let's get into his articulation. So for looking up, you can look up about that much. And as you can see, his hair back here has a little piece, which I actually don't think moves to get out of the way. It's just like a separate piece, but you can also see his neck moves. So looking down, look down about that much. He does have nice side to side. And you can rotate any way you want, which is good. His arms, they go way above 90. And he does have a bicep swivel. He does have a butterfly joint as well, which is why his vest is split this way, but I still believe that you didn't have to, like, look at that. Like, if you want to take a picture of him from behind, like, it's not going to be great. Definitely want, like, a soft goods replacement for that. They could have definitely just done that instead of splitting it up and making it a soft plastic. And moving backwards, this is about as far as he can get. And then again, it moves these pieces back too. Double jointed elbows, get better than 90, look great. The wrists are on a standard ball hinge. You can do whatever you want with them. And his fingernails are painted, which is great. These are all very cleanly painted. For the torso, he can go back about that much with both joints. You will get a gap, but that's good. And then he can go forward about this much. Again, you will get a gap back there and a gap down here in the pants. And then for the legs, you can do a split. Pretty simple. And he's pretty nicely tight. Like not super tight, not squeaky or anything like that. The tolerances are really good. I was worried about that. But he does have thigh swivel, double jointed knees, which I feel like this is maybe like the knee joint they'll use if they make like a Kid Buu figure. Because while, I mean, there's a gap here, I still think it looks pretty good. Don't hate it. His calf up here does have a ball joint. So you can kind of rotate that around and like swivel it if you want to. And then down here at the foot, gets down about that far. Goes up about that far. Then he has a toe joint, and it does have this like lip on the end, so that might not be great for everyone. But yeah, articulation-wise, I mean, you can give him to twist. Side to side, like you saw in the box, you can do those crazy, poses if you want him to do it, but it's really, I mean, it's not anything super crazy, but, you can get him to do some things. But yeah, he'll look cool doing it, which is great. But yeah, really, this vest is super disappointing. I hate this so much. I really thought they were going to be the guys to make this line, the best version that you could buy, but maybe that's still BuzzMod, so I don't know. But let's move on and take a look at what he comes with. Accessory wise, he's very, very, very light. Like, the Figma comes with more, the Buzz mod comes with more. Like, SH Figuarts, for the price you pay for these, they need to start coming with more accessories. He has a couple of different faces. So the first one he has is like a smiling one, kind of like an evil grin. I like this face, but I also hate it because you can't see the teeth. Like, you can kind of see the line right there where the teeth are supposed to be separated into his fangs, but you can't make it out. It just looks like he has a, you know, a marshmallow in his mouth or something. Don't like that. Wish they could have defined that more with some, you know, line work. Again, same thing on this face. You can kind of see his fangs, but you have to be looking very closely. They didn't put any kind of line work, like, you know, around the nose or anything, or any sculpt work to show that he's, like, super angry. Yeah, these faces, like, it just kind of feels like they just half did them and then just threw them in here and said, there you go. Give us 70, 80 bucks, please, 100 bucks, whatever the domestic price for this guy is. This face is probably my favorite because they did define, like, the mouth and the teeth. The tongue is there. Looks good. Still not as good as it could be. I don't have the Figma, but I think the Figma faces are probably better because they're really good at doing, you know, the anime faces pretty accurately. And then you've got this neutral face, which can't complain about this one. It's normal. Then the other accessories he comes with, a set of, like, grippy, not really grippy, but more like reaching, clawing. You can even, I guess, use them as relaxed hands. All the nails are painted, and it does have a little bit of a gloss on there. And then he has one palm strike hand. So I know he has that famous pose in the anime, in the manga, but they could have given him two. Like, I don't know, let people do what they want with your figure. As well as giving him any kind of effect parts for his punches, even like a little, you know, translucent acrylic, like, stand for, you know, when he does his blood demon art. That would have been awesome, but they didn't include anything like that, so that's all you get. This really just feels like one of those $35, like, budget figures you'll see on the shelf at Target or Walmart, because they really didn't include anything with this guy, which is unfortunate. But yeah, those are all of his accessories. Let me know down in the comments below what you think he should have come with as well. Let's move into some size comparisons. So for our first size comparisons, here is Akaza standing next to the Storm Arena Ryu, and then the SH Figuarts Bakugo. He's taller than Bakugo, but Ryu is taller than him, but you can still, you know, mix and match in your Shonen Jump display, or even have him go up against Ryu if you want to. And then here he is compared to a NECA movie Leonardo, and then a Jada Toys and Bison. Again, he's going to be the shortest one of them all, even though he is a little bit taller than normal. But yeah, he is going to be shorter than these domestic figures, but you can still make it work. And then here he is up against some SH Figuarts Dragon Ball figures. So SH Figuarts Full Power Son Goku and an SH Figuarts Vegeta with the old battle clothes head on. Again, he's taller than them. Goku's hair actually make them look like they're, you know, similar heights, but they're not. You can see from the shoulders. But yeah, I still think that these guys could look pretty cool, and you can definitely have them posed together. Last but not least, here he is standing next to a Marvel Legends Spider-Man from the animated series and a Marvel Legends Iron Man. Again, he's shorter, but he can definitely fit in with Marvel Legends. He is a little bit taller, at least, to kind of fit in with these guys in, like, natural poses. In terms of Demon Slayer figures, I do have a few, but they're buried far, far away because I don't really take them out and display them at all. But yeah, they're, you know, Figmas, so they're probably going to be a little bit shorter than him. So for final thoughts, I mean, I like the way this guy articulates, but really, he honestly, to me, just screams like they just needed to get something out there, I guess, and this was it. You know, they took so long on, you know, capitalizing on Demon Slayer, and yet they decide to give you a figure with, like, bare bones accessories. The vest is ridiculous. Like, why is it cut up in pieces? Yeah, there's just a lot of things they could have done a lot better. The face sculpts for me are not it. Yeah, this is not one of my favorite figures. I honestly don't love a ton of the, like, Demon Slayer figures that are out there. Like, I have the Figma Tanjiro and the Figma Zenitsu, as well as, actually, I have the Figma Inosuke. Forgot that I actually do have him easily accessible. But I mean, I like the Figma line a lot more. I wish their Akaza was really good, because I definitely would have just bought that and then avoided the Tamashii Nations one. So taking a look at them together, he's definitely smaller than him, which is good. So if you want to mix and match the lines, you can. But yeah, I don't think I would grab this guy for the price he's going for right now. Wait for a sale. Unless Akaza is really like your favorite guy and you need to put him with somebody. I also have the Figma Rengoku, and I think because he's taller, they would kind of look good together. But yeah, definitely wait for a sale on this guy. Don't go jumping to get him unless he's your absolute favorite demon of all time. But yeah, that's all I've got for today, guys. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below about this figure, and if you're going to pick him up still at whatever price he's at currently. But as always, thanks again for watching. Take care, and have a great rest of your day.